Okay, good day, viewers. My name is Gabriel. Today I will be putting you through on how to register as a vendor in OccasionsNg.com. To register as a vendor in OccasionsNg.com, first you type in the URL www.occasionsng.com. You wait for it to load. Alright, once it's loaded, you will come to the home page here. This is the home page of OccasionsNg.com. To register as a vendor, click on become a vendor. It will take you to the vendor registration page. Okay, we are in the vendors registration page now. Here you can quickly, while you're scrolling down to the registrations area, you can quickly go through the right up here. The first thing, you have the vendors benefit, and it was breaking down in 4 places. Number 1, the platform help you to increase your conversion rate. It also help you to increase customer base. It also ensure a low multiple negotiation. We all know what it takes to register or to render services in Nigeria. People want to price you down, they want to underrate your service, but here nothing like that. You post your service, whatever price you specify, that is how it is. People will pay for it. Your own is to ensure that you render a quality service. Alright, we also connect you to unlimited customer base. The platform is across Nigeria. You can be called anywhere as long as you are able to cover the service in those areas. Then we also have a quick write-up here. Why you choose us? Why do you want to be a member of OccasionsNg.com? Number 1 is lead management. Number 2 is sales. You track sales opportunities, you manage sales processes, and generate proposal, building process, provide an aggregate view of account activity from the past, present, and the futures. Booking, this is wonderful. You manage your calendar. You can specify if you are available or not. People can book for your services, help you to put a whole lot of things in order. Then also help you to assign resources and review your stock alerts. It will help you to let you know that people have booked for your services. You don't need to even have any shop. With OccasionsNg, you don't need to have any shop. You don't need to pay any shop rent. All you need to do is to buy your event management services. Stay at home, stay with your computer. People will book for your services. You go out and you make your money over and over and over. How it works: once you have registered, listing your services on OccasionsNg is just the first step. The first step is to list your services on OccasionsNg. Number 2 is to connect your services. Once your services is listed, customer view the page, go through the services, check the properties. If it suits them, then book. You will increase your customer, increase your business, I mean to say, and then you receive payment from OccasionsNg.com. It's just as simple as that. Alright, now there is no monthly subscription fee. Listing of services is also absolutely free. We don't charge you for listing service. We don't charge you for monthly subscription. Zero installation charges. Nothing like installation charges, like you have listed your service, tomorrow you pay so for listing your service. We charge you nothing. You just register, make your money. Okay, if you are satisfied with all the advantages that OccasionsNg brings to your service, you click on register now. When you click on register now, the registration form will be displayed for you. I'm going to create a company. I'm going to call it AY Videographer, AYB Videographer. Alright, the first thing you do is to specify your company email address. Remember, the email address you are going to specify here is what you are going to be using to log into the account anytime you want to access your account. I will be providing the email. Make sure you provide a working email address, I mean an active email address, so that you'll be able to receive alert, receive complaint, and every other form of communication that the company will want to be getting in touch with you. Okay, I'm going to provide my email address. Let me put my direct email address here. Gabriel2018 at gmail.com. Okay, if you don't know how to, if you don't have a workable email address, you can meet someone, or if you can't do it yourself, meet someone to open an email address for you. Now, the company address, every company has a name. Company name, I mean to say, every company has a name. Sometimes you may have your company registered. We always prefer working with people that have a registered company. But if you don't have a registered company and you have a verifiable company, specify the company name, and let me call it AYB photography. Okay, AYB photography. Now, at OccasionsNg, we have services for 3 types of service providers. Number 1 is the event vendors. Event vendors are those people that provide event management services like photography, usher, DJ, MC, caterer, and decorators, or even event venues. These people create their account with us, list their services and customer across the nations, book for their service, for their events, and so on and so forth. You can also be a wedding planner. Just set up a wedding planning package. People will look into it, the one that belongs to, the one that fits into their budget. They can create an account for it. And you can also be an event manager. For a photographer, I'm event vendor because I'm selling services. Okay, I need to tell when my company was established. If you don't have a registered company, you may not know the day the company was established, but you can use the day you started professional photographing. I mean, when you started snapping pictures for events, snapping people on weddings, just specify the date. Now, you can use the calendar feature, but if you can't use the calendar feature, you can specify the name. You can see it is breaking down into 3 sections. You can use the backslash to specify the name. The first section is the month, the second section is the day, and the third section is the year. Okay, if the day or the month is a single figure like 1 to 9, you put 0 before. Otherwise, you just put it in any format you want. All right, I'm going to say that my company was formed on the 5th of, rather on May 20th, 1999. That was when I started snapping picture. All right, and here it's not an email address. Okay, here is your physical address. Where are you operating from? Can you tell us where you are operating your services from? If you have a shop, if you have a studio, let's say if you're a photographer and you have a studio, or you're a caterer, you have a base station, this is where you specify the address of your business. Otherwise, if you are rendering your services from your house, you specify your house address. Here, I don't have a physical address. I'm going to call it number 26 Asaba Road. Asaba Road, Asaba, sorry, we'll call it Lagos Road, Lagos Road, Asaba, Delta State. Don't worry about this address because it will not be displayed for the customers. the only thing that will be displayed for customers in terms of address is the operational location. It's just for the company to know where you are, so that they can trace you. If there is case of anybody, any complaint, any issues, they can keep in touch with you. Your account might not be verified until we verify who you are. Your account will remain on depending on that until we are able to verify who you are and what can you do, and the quality of those things that you can do. Because at OccasionsNg, we aim to give our customer the best services anywhere, anytime. All right, here we specify your phone number. You can put the country digits +234, or you can just type the phone number. We are all in Nigeria, no problem. Now this is very important section. You put your service description. You may want to write a short statement about the kind of service you have. You just describe your service in using a very simple sentence. AYB photographer. Photography is a photography outlet company providing professional photography and videography services for clients. Okay, now another very important aspect of this section is the ability to describe other things that you can do. Because if you just leave this AYB photography, probably in some cases that may not specify what the company is doing. Let me say I just call this AYB Digital Studio. Nobody will know what this thing stands for. So in this service description, you tell us what is AYB Digital Studio stands for, or AYB Photography. What did you do? Here I've just given a very short description that I'm a professional photographer and videography, and I provide professional photographer and videography services for clients in Asaba. So here I'm going to specify my operational location. For now, I operate in Asaba. Delta States. Okay, now the next section, you look at the number of staffs. How many people do you have working with you? This is very important because we need to know if your service can be booked for more than one time or twice or three times in a day. It all depends on the number of staffs you have that can cover services that will be able to do one or more than 2 times in a day. Okay, here I'm going to specify that I have if you don't have anybody like me, I'm just the only person rendering the photography service, so you specify one. But if you are more than one that is doing the operation, this is not necessarily if I have additional employee apart from me, I'm going to put 2. But if I don't have, I'll just put 1. Okay, the next section, you specify the number of years of experience. This is usually dependent on the day of your company operation. Here I specify that my company started operation in 1999. You know, this is Nigeria. We believe in experience a lot. Right here I'm going to say from 1999 to 2020, so I have 21 years of experience. All right, here short statement. You need to tell us how dedicated and honest you are to clients. Just describe yourself in a very simple sentence. I am a very dedicated photographer photographer who cannot disappoint my clients. Okay, whatever you're putting here, you need to know, mind your words, because you're telling us who you are, and anytime you misbehave, we're going to use these words against you. All right, the next section is a very, very important section. By now you must have specified all the things that we needed to know who you are. Here you're going to tell us your password, your login password. These are your credentials. That is why it's encrypted. These are your credentials. Your account is a very sensitive account, just like your bank account, because you are going to be earning money in this account. You're going to be making a whole lot of money in this account. So you need to be very careful with the password you're providing. Ensure to use a very secure password. Make sure that no one else have access to your accounts. Make sure that you are the only person eligible to use your account. Make sure that you have your password always safe and secure. If there is any compromise to your password, please don't hesitate to change the password or to contact the customer care or send us email at info@occasionsng.com. We will always respond to you immediately. All right, here you specify your password. I'm going to specify the password. Don't expect me to read it out because it's a secret password. And then you retype your password. Confirm password means you retype it so that you'll be sure of whatever you have typed before. All right, now look at this section. Is also very important. Read this. It says, by submitting this profile, you agree to OccasionsNg terms and conditions. Now, what is OccasionsNg terms and conditions? If you don't know the terms and conditions, and you probably want to know the terms and conditions because it's a legal document, you need to know what you are signing into. By submitting your data, it means that you have accepted that you abide by our law, you abide by our rules and regulations, and you are going to keep to our terms and conditions. If you want to know what our terms and conditions, you click here. It will take you to our terms and condition page, but this is not what we're going to be looking at now. Read through the terms and conditions. It's a very lengthy legal document that you're going to read through. All right, by the time you're done, if you are satisfied by the terms and conditions, you tick the box. Now look at this. If the box is not ticked, you cannot submit. That means you must agree to the terms and conditions before you submit your form. All right, let's assume that I'm okay, I'm satisfied with the terms and conditions, and I can abide by it. I click the submit button, and then I will wait for the next available response. All right, let's watch out. My account is submitting. Let's watch out. If there is any issue, it will communicate me. Okay, it's coming up. Don't be like me. All right, look at this. This is a message. Registration is successful, and then wait for the next contact. It means you have signed up as the vendor in OccasionsNg.com. Remember, if you are signed up, you cannot log in immediately. If I try to log in now, let's see what it will tell me. Okay, see what message it will give you. It will say your account has been suspended. That is because your account have not been approved by the admin. Your account needs to be approved before you can do business with us. Just as a side patient, we will do a background check about the business you have told us that you are providing, and once it's verified, we will approve your account and we will start doing business with you. Thank you very much for listening. We are grateful to have you here. See you next time. Thank you.